So a lot of interesting things happened today. I got off work at a certain time. I went to the store. I stopped there on the way home and decided to take the back way home, which is a lot more scenic and a beautiful drive. In fact, it's probably my favorite place to drive around here. And I started headed home, and all of a sudden I saw in front of me cruising by, which was the perfect timing in all of this to happen with all the events that happened today. A Meadowlark Yellow 1969 Mustang Mach 1 went right in front of me, and I thought that was so cool. I instantly knew it was a Mach 1. Before I ever had any of my real Mustangs, I collected these really neat 164 scale cars. I have over 400 cars still in the box, and of those are a couple of these Mach 1s. And now this is the original packaging of the Mach 1 um, series that I had. I had two of them, and I opened the other one, but look what it is. This is the exact car, and I had had this on my shelf for years. I had taken really good care of this for years. Of course, my little brother got a hold of it and broke the spoiler and the couple of things off of it, but it's all still there. But this is the exact car that I saw go past me, and I knew what it was. I'd only seen one of these in person one more time before this, and it was 10 or 15 years ago when there was a real one for sale at a really nice restoration shop that sells muscle cars. So it was really cool to see this toy car here, and when I saw that Mach 1, I knew exactly what it was. I was curious if he noticed me following behind him and if he would know that I was actually in a newer Mach 1. And I followed him through a little neighborhood where I knew he was most likely going to go because this was near that back road I like to go on, and it's the only real big development of homes in that area. So he did turn off there, so I decided to go ahead and follow him. And of course, you wonder what they're thinking, whether they're going to take kindly to you or whether they think you're weird or whether they're going to be excited to meet another Mustang enthusiast. And anyway, so I followed them in front of their house, and I pulled over, and the guy was driving it with his wife, and he let her out to go into the house for a minute, and I started talking to him, and he was really neat to talk to. And we got to talking, and I introduced my car as a Mach 1, and he said, yeah, he knew that they made Mach 1s later on. And he had bought this car when he was 16 years old, and he wasn't the original owner, but he had it for several years. And it was so cool to see this Mach 1 and mine next to each other. And coming up on that Mach 1 originally, I noticed that it had the old Utah plates on it. So I knew that the guy driving this car had had it for a very long time, and he did. And so it was really neat to talk to him, and he had told me how he couldn't afford to insure it and keep it all the years that he had it when he had a growing family, but he never gave up and sold the car. He always kept it. So he kept it in storage. He always paid for somewhere to keep it stored in a shed or a garage or somewhere, and he's had it all these years, and I think that is incredible. He recently had the engine and everything rebuilt on it. It runs great. It sounds good, and you can tell it's all original. As I got closer to the car, I noticed that it was aged. It was original. It wasn't a perfect restoration show car. It was a car that he had loved and taken care of his whole life. And after 51 years, this is what the car looks like. So he said he had bought it from a kid he knew who had it before him, and he just really liked the car and kept it all these years. We got talking about Shelby Mustangs and history with that, and my uncle's 70 Challenger. He loves the Challengers, and we just related on muscle cars. We love muscle cars, and so it was really cool to talk to him and his wife, and she got really excited and was really nice, and she was telling me all about it, and so it was just a really fun experience. It's always great to make a new friend. I kind of debated whether I should follow the guy or not and try to talk to him about the car, and I'm glad I did. So this was a really cool outcome and just something that I'm excited about. I came home and told my wife, and I just said, hey, I made another friend today. It was really cool. He had a real 69 Mach 1, and I was able to relate a little bit there. So really cool story. So I just want to share that with everybody while those thoughts are all in my head while I'm really excited about this, and just say that's neat to meet another Mustang enthusiast, especially someone who has owned this car for so long. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story, and stay tuned for more of these Mustang stories.